Having an arty day today. I'm actually at the Negros Museum before going to the Orange Project. So let's start at the Negros Museum in Bacolod. Hello, good morning, good evening, and welcome to Bigg World Cinema. Without further ado, we'll continue with what you're here for. Good morning. Good morning.
So we were here in a room that shows the pre-colonial period.
Okay, so I've got a personal tour guide to this museum. I'm so lucky to have Jasmine touring me around this museum.
Called this Tumandok backyard. So Tumandok means native, and as you can see, most of their houses were built high. The reason why is because they want to protect themselves from the wild animals. Because as you can see, they live near river, so there is a tendency that there is a lot of wild animals in their surroundings.
Okay.
Unity in the absence of their datu. So datu means leader or the one who leads their community.
Okay.
And the tools that they use, we have these, the kamamian, incense, and some people this anting-anting or good luck charm.
Okay.
So as you can see this one, so they put that in.
Oh, good luck charms.
Yes. Actually made from coconut oil. So before they said that when it start to make some bubbles or it start to boil, that there's some negative entities.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Don't want to have that. No negativity around here.
And now are covered with burial mask. And after that, they put it in a cave. And the secondary is after 4 to 5 years, bones are taken out and they put the bones in a burial jar. And after that, they given it back to their family or relatives.
Is this what's going to happen to me?
No. So the reason why the Negros Occidental and the Negros Oriental were separated because before the Spaniard they can governize the whole island. That's why they separated that into two.
Okay.
Yes.
Jesus has got a very big nose.
Women's way of life. So you can see the different women's working.
Okay, all around the Philippines.
Yes. Changing exhibit because every 3 to 6 months, so we change artists. So all of this painting, they put it to another museum. This room was painted by Charlico. So Charlico is a contemporary visual artist based here in Negros. So as you can see, most of his painting were black and white because based on his statement, he said that his life were boring before, and after he met his wife, is all of his painting are already have some color. That's there.
So he added colour once he met his wife?
Yes.
Hallucination?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Just try to look at that.
I'm hallucinating whilst I'm looking at this painting.
He has been diabetic for almost 30 years and had a kidney failure. That's why he has been dialysis. And actually, he's already okay now because his brother Alan gave his another kidney.
Oh gosh. Is his brother still alive?
Yes, he's still alive.
So this is his most recent painting, 2021, Memories of the Past. Is this going to be the last from Charlie Coe? This is one of his earliest ones. This is one of his earliest ones from 1981. This is for another 3 years?
4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
And then what are your plans?
When I graduated, I want to go to Japan.
You want to go to Japan?
Yes.
Brilliant.
That's really my dream country since I was a kid.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yes.
And you also just said you want to be a flight attendant?
Yes, I want to be a flight attendant also.
And where else would you like to travel to? Which countries?
Japan, Korea, Indonesia, yes.
So all Asian countries?
Yes, all Asian countries.
No European countries?
I want also in Italy, France, Paris.
You haven't mentioned the UK? I'm in a jeepney going up Laxon Road to the Art District, which is probably about 2 kilometres away, and it's too hot to walk. I have arrived at the Art District. Let's go and have a look around. Outside Manila, you don't find much art in the Philippines, so it's great to be in an environment like the Art District in Bacolod, where there is lots of art going on. There's paintings everywhere, there's sculptures, there's people dancing. It's a very lively area with bars and cafes, so it's lovely to find this sort of space in the Philippines. I've been to the Fine Art Museum in Iloilo, but this area here reminds me of nothing else. I could be in another city in the world. I could be in Tokyo. I could be in Penang in Malaysia. This sort of environment you rarely find in the Philippines. So it's great to come here and see some art.
Human of our body and I have to go back again to the beginning because I am ill.
Leaders is an institution in Bacolod, and I'm at their branch in Art District, and I have chicken breast, 120 pesos, and fried rice, and that's it. I've been to the main branch near SM City a couple of times when I was here last, and it's currently under renovation. So whilst I was in Art District, I thought I would come here. Bon appetit! I'm on the bus going to Silay City from Bacolod. It's only about 11 kilometres I think, so it shouldn't take very long. We shall see. I can't check in until 1:30. Officially check-in time is 2 o'clock. And I arrived here at 12, and for each extra hour before check-in, she was going to charge me either 100 or 150. But then she said you can check in at 1:30 with no fee. So I'm just waiting until 1:30. Check-in times in the Philippines are quite frustrating actually. The other week when John and I went to Sugoi and we stayed for 2 nights in Coco Grove, on the first day they allowed us to check in early, probably around 12:30 I think, and then we had to change rooms for the second night. So on the second day we had to pack up our bags early to check out the room for 12 o'clock, and then they wouldn't let us into the new room until after 2. So we had to pack up our bags, leave our bags in our room, and then they were moving them to our new rooms when they were ready. So John just happened to go up to the new rooms to check if they were ready, and they were ready, but they just kept us waiting in the reception until 2 p.m. It was just ridiculous. I can understand if you're checking into a hotel for the first time and the check-in policy is not until 2 o'clock, but if you've already checked in the day before and then are just moving rooms, surely they should allow you to move into the room when it immediately becomes available. It's just a silly policy here in the Philippines, and they stick to the rules quite rigidly in a lot of these places, which is pretty frustrating. So I have chicken adobo. You go to a carinderi, you normally just get 1 piece of chicken. So here they're giving you 3. This is 160 peso with rice and I'm not even sure what that is. A bargain. Bon appetit. There is no elevator, so we have to take the stairs. This is my room. Lots of desk space. Look at that. Wardrobe. 2 hangers. Decent sized bed. And bathroom. Bum gun, yay! Apparently a new water heater system that's just been installed recently. Isn't that wonderful? So, a bit tired looking, but hey ho. This is the hotel's Wi-Fi. It's pretty good, isn't it? This is smart data. About the same, isn't it? Upload is not good. Non-existent. So I have balcony space outside my room, and this is the main road. It probably gets quite noisy at night time, I imagine. And this is the way up to the airport, up this way, Bacolod Airport, which flies to Cebu and Manila. So if you like what you're seeing here, hello, and want to stay connected with life in the Philippines, I think you need to subscribe and click the notification bell. Thank you. In a tricycle going to the plaza. It's just a 5-minute ride. So I would have preferred to stay downtown, but there's no decent hotels downtown, so I've had to stay on the road to the airport. No hardship, 20 pesos in a tricycle. So I was in Silay 2 years ago, and I wanted to come back because it's got a lovely feeling in the city. Apart from the architecture here, it's got a lovely feeling as you walk around the city. I'm outside Lager Cafe, spelt with an A. Not the sort of lager that I usually go for. I've got a Spanish latte, 100 pesos, $2, huge Spanish latte. So I've walked around the city again. It's a lovely city. It's not really a city, it's a big town really, and it doesn't feel like any other Philippine city because of the architecture. It's beautiful houses. A lot of them seem to be neglected and not habitable. I don't know if that's the case, but a lot of them seem to have run to a rack and ruin. It will be a lovely area to live. I was here 2 years ago and I came back because I did like the vibe of the city. I'm glad I came back because I enjoy this city and it is a lovely place to walk around.
Just a quick reminder to please click the thumbs up button if you liked the video, or thumbs down button if you didn't. Obviously. Thank you.
Surprised there's not more kids doing photo shoots in the area. If you go to an area like Ari in Bangkok, it's a very upmarket area and the streets have they've got lots of nice cafes and the place is overpopulated with kids doing videos and photo shoots. You can't go 5 yards without stumbling over somebody doing a photo shoot in Ari. So I'm surprised there's not more kids here doing that sort of thing, using the backdrops for their photo shoots. Maybe it's all too old for them and not modern enough. Obviously I couldn't live here because there's not much going on, but living amongst all this, what is it called? It's called the Paris of the, it's referred to as the Paris of Negros due to its cultural history. So believe it or not, I'm quite fussy where I have my sundowner of an evening. And I've chosen Paula's Beastro, which has got this lovely balcony outside this ancestral house. Cheers! This ancestral house was actually a family home and it has only been converted into a bistro in the last 1.5 years. So it wasn't here when I was here 2 years ago, and it's a lovely spot, it's a lovely setting. And I've been walking around for the last hour and I'm glad I chose this place to sit and have a beer. My problem is, once I've had one, I need to have two. Last night down on the seafront at Bacolod, they didn't have Pale Pilsen, they only had Red Horse. I mean, it's a relatively new restaurant and they only had, and on the menu, thank you very much, on the menu they had Pale Pilsen, and it's a relatively new restaurant, but they were out of stock for Pale Pilsen. So all they had was Red Horse. Red Horse is quite strong for me, and I had 4 bottles. At least I stopped then. Hopefully I'll stop today after 2.
Take the pill, what doesn't kill you makes
You've been watching Uncle, the man from Big World Cinema. Please like, subscribe and share with your friends.